Each week, we welcome to our NfG stage one of our highly talented members and exciting guests to bring you something designed to benefit you and your business. Our next guest obtained her impressive psychology degree and her PGCE before starting a 25-year career as a systems analyst, database manager, trainer, and project manager. Leaving the corporate world behind, she founded her wellbeing business in 2013, where she designed, created, formulated, and sold her own range of relaxing natural products, while inspiring thousands of professionals to enhance their well-being naturally. Over these 7 years, her business has grown from strength to strength, gathering huge numbers of testimonials and many repeat customers from wide-ranging clients, including entrepreneurs, osteopaths, pub owners, therapists, and yoga teachers. What a diverse customer base. I've enjoyed a number of one-to-ones with this fun and highly professional individual, as well as a very lovely and highly talented person with no words that can ever truly sum her up. Here with a talk on how to establish the optimal environment setup for the sweetest slumber, and helping us answer the question on part 1 of our How to Train Your Brain for Better Quality Sleep series, I'm pleased to introduce the founder and company director of natural fragrance company, Yewande Rolph. Good morning, Yewande.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for that amazing introductions. Brilliant. I'd just like to share my screen if that's okay. So I want to be able to tell everybody how important sleep is. My optimal aim is to make sure that we all have the sweetest slumber, the greatest sleep, the best sleep we can possibly have, which is something I'm very passionate about, because time and time again, people tell me how important sleep is to them and how they don't get enough of it on the whole. So I want to be able to get people have the best sleep ever. Yeah? Can everyone see that? Brilliant. Optimal setup for the sweetest slumber. So sleep is very, very important. There's a very high cost of us not sleeping, and we have to be able to make sure that we can do our very best to sleep. And it's easy to say that, but it's something that we have to maybe work at in our mind, our motivation, and monitoring as well. We have to have a good routine during sleep, after sleep, and then kind of work ourselves towards sleep during the day, because insomnia affects us 24/7. There's loads of cautions that we have to look at, especially with COVID now. We're under unprecedented circumstances. And hopefully, I'm hoping that we can all make small, significant, sustainable actions and then come back next week and say, I've had a really good sleep every night this week, hooray, and we can all celebrate. And then I can summarize and invite any questions after that. I'm hoping it's going to take about 7 minutes. I don't have very long. So sleep, what is sleep? So it's very difficult to tell people what sleep is, but I'm going to try so that we can kind of be working around what sleep is. It's a natural state during a 24-hour cycle, takes several hours. Hopefully when we're sleeping, we lie down in a settee or bed, and we're normally still, unresponsive to external stimuli, and we close our eyes most of the time, and our mind is in a different arena, in a different place. And sleep is very, very, very important. And one of the neurological institutes says that quality sleep and getting enough of sleep at the right times is essential to survival as food and water. And Professor Matthew Walker, he's an international bestseller professor and a neuroscientist. He would argue with you that sleep is more important, or just as important as food, because he reckons that sleep, which is done, it's gone about 17,000 studies. Well, he's read about 17,000 studies, and he's kind of summarized them in his book. And sleep affects every single function of the body, and not just the body, the mind and the emotions. So I wanted to kind of emphasize the very high cost of not sleeping, because sleep is so important. It helps us to get rid of toxins. It helps us with creativity, problem solving, improved memory, capacity to learn. It says that if we get enough sleep, we can get more exercise, spend more time in the gym, we can eat better, we can problem solve. And there's a very, very high cost of sleeplessness, which he says affects the whole of society in the Western world, not just us personally. And he says that we have to work on the sleep deprivation phenomenon. And it's just so important that we just can't ignore it. So I've done quite a lot of research into sleep, and I've met quite thousands of people who have had problems sleeping. And the one thing that comes out of it is that if you don't get enough sleep, you just can't function during the day. And the less sleep you get, the worse it gets. So I wanted to tell and emphasize the importance of sleep and the long-term deprivation of lack of sleep. For instance, if you don't sleep enough, you're going to die sooner, according to a lot of research published in 2007. Those who cut their sleep from 7 to 5 hours a night doubled their risk of death from more causes. That's how important it is. So sorry to, that's the bad news. But the good news is that we can actually work on our sleep to try and get more. So what we want to do is set a clear, measurable goal so that we know what we're aiming for. So we try to aim high so that we can sleep at least 8 hours in bed and aim for 90% sleep during those hours. And sleep well for at least 6 hours a week and be motivated, follow the right advice and stick to it, and train the brain for better quality sleep. It's easy to say, and people like John Taylor and Sylvia will probably say that it's something you have to work on and practice and recognize unhelpful thinking and behavior patterns and deal with them possibly to help the whole body function better, and keep doing it, because we will get there in the end. And it's best to sleep for, if you're really tired, have a short nap and save all the sleep for bedtime, and then have a good routine, because when we were babies, we should have bath, bottle bed, sorry, fumbling my words. So what we could do is have the kind of same routine, but we maybe have herbal tea or milk or drink, shut down, close down, wind down, do gentle exercises. I was reading a yoga, a kind of experiment that was done, and people having gentle exercise slept better. Having a tiny meal, small meal in the evenings, dim lighting, affirmations, imaginations, imagining ourselves waking up refreshed and happy in the mornings. Limiting screen times in the evening, digital detox, very good. Going to sleep when we're tired and sleepy tired. And a lot of my clients have had nice relaxing scents to help them sleep, and using moisturizers lasting at night so that their body will heal overnight. And the bed itself should be nice, comfortable, quiet room, good room temperature. And then during sleep, we should fall asleep between 15 minutes. We should have a strong sleep bed connection. Maybe have a paper and pen next to the bed, because some of my clients wake up in the middle of the night and they need to write something down. They write it down, then go back to sleep. There should be no distractions or clutter in the room. Comfortable clothing, maybe a sleep mask, but some people may find that not so good. But doing things that help ourselves to sleep, an autopilot, stay at sleep most of the time, allow our mind and body to recuperate during the evening, maybe wind down an hour before sleeping in a dark room, because melatonin is something that we can encourage our body to produce so that we're in a nice sleepy state, and learn to rest and relax. Maximum optimum time between 7 and 9 hours would be great for us just to stay in bed. And just to emphasize that if we have sleep problems and sleeplessness, it's a 24-hour problem. It's just not a night problem. During the day, we may feel more grumpy, more feel pain, more kind of have more colds. So it's not just we can't sleep at night. It affects us 24 hours. And we should look for things like if we're ill, because a lot of people have insomnia. I was reading this study that said that estimated 90% of people who have long-term insomnia actually have some other health issue that they have to deal with. So dealing with those health issues, especially with COVID now. So I wanted to kind of do a recap of what I've told you. So I've told you what a quick summary of what sleep is, the importance of sleep, the very high cost of not sleeping, changing our mindset and monitoring it, monitoring how we're doing with our sleep, which is very important, so we can kind of say, I'm doing well, I'm not doing so well, and take positive action. Preparation and routine is very important, because we can signal our body to say, I'm going to sleep, and then train our minds to kind of expect sleep and sleep well during the night. And if we have sleep disruptions, try and, if we can, make them to minimum, and then we sleep and rest all night. And if you have any issues, seek help early. The NHS website says that we should, if we can't sleep 4 weeks, Colin Epsey, another sleep kind of specialist, says that maybe 3 months. So the earlier the better if we can't sleep. So please let us do our best to sleep. And then what I would challenge us all to do is to do something small between now and next week to sleep better. And then maybe we could talk to each other, have a sleep buddy or someone, say, oh, I slept better by maybe going to bed half an hour earlier. Or what else can we do? Maybe sleep in a dark room, or maybe not take any of our phones or devices to sleep, and make sure we have a better sleep to bed connection. Those are the kind of things I'd like to encourage people to do, please. Please let me know if you have any questions.